My name is Errol Dobler, and this short video is an introduction to my leadership process. I developed this leadership process based on nearly 30 years of experience as a United States naval officer, where I served on both United States ships and as a U.S. Navy SEAL. As an FBI special agent working counterterrorism operations across the globe, and finally as a leadership consultant, where I have advised all levels of company and every level of leader around the world. My leadership process answers the seemingly never-ending question of how do we effectively and consistently hold the people we've been given the privilege to lead accountable. This process I call the accountability funnel serves your emerging leaders waiting on the bench, waiting for the opportunity to lead, your highest level executives from Fortune 100 companies to the 5-person startup. But most importantly, it serves in your greatest place of leadership, your home. If at the conclusion of this video you'd like to hear more about how we can begin implementing the accountability funnel for you, your team, or your organization, just contact me on my website, leader193.com. But first, let's answer the question as to why you should consider the accountability funnel at all. Leadership is not easily defined. If you ask 10 people the definition of leadership, you'll likely get 10 different answers. And likewise, if you ask 10 people what leaders actually do, you'll likely get 10 different answers. And all of those answers, by the way, will probably be accurate to one degree or another. In this leadership genre of ours, the question of accountability in leadership faces the same ambiguity, but it shouldn't. The concept of accountability is simple. By definition, an account is nothing more than a statement explaining one's conduct. So, if we want to hold someone accountable, we simply ask them to explain their conduct. Ask a question, get an answer, and you've held someone accountable. In theory. The fact of the matter is, good, effective leadership accountability takes a lot more work than this. But the concept is still simple, and it sounds like this. You can't hold someone accountable if they don't know what they're supposed to be accountable to. I mean, think of it this way. Is it really fair to ask somebody to account for their actions if they aren't clear as to what's expected of them? Great leaders don't assume their people will know what they're being held accountable to. Great leaders don't hope their people will know what they're being held accountable to. Great leaders don't act on assumption and hope. Great leaders make it clear what their people will be held accountable to. Let me say that again. Great leaders make it clear what their people will be held accountable to. So this begs the question, what should we hold our people accountable to? How do we decide what to hold our people accountable to? The accountability funnel is a leadership process that will allow leaders to define what they will hold their people accountable to. The key elements of the accountability funnel will always remain constant, but the beauty of this leadership process is that it allows for flexibility to account for a leader's individual personality, current and emerging needs, and static and dynamic environments. It is a leadership process that each leader can make their own based on current and future needs. If there is a distinct leadership principle or behavior that you're trying to work on, it'll find a home inside the accountability funnel. But most importantly, in any leadership challenge you face, the answer will be found in one of the key elements of this tried and true, battle-tested leadership process. So again, if you'd like to hear more about the accountability funnel, contact me at my website, leader193.com.